So, I did not plan this one. So, shortly after I uploaded my last video, I continued the game where I left off, going through Nigel Cass' questline further, until I saw an assassin side mission. So I had to check that out. I thought that was supposed to be DLC. I never noticed it there. In fact, here's the clip that I remember.
Meet Darcy, a member of the Assassin's Brotherhood. All that and more will be coming to our Season Pass.
I saw someone called Watch Dogs 3 a cash grab. Well, how's this a cash grab? I have no idea what happened. This is straight out of left field. I guess they changed plans and have it be a free update instead. So, in my last video, I brought up Jacob and Evie Fry. I guess I wasn't too far off, as the assassin you play as here is one of their descendants. In fact, there were two of them. She had a sibling, a brother, and the Templars killed him. So Watch Dogs 3 taking place in 2029 is a very significant detail. At this point, the assassins are nearly wiped out. Again, the Templars are still in power as usual.
Isn't that interesting?
Geez, the assassins are just the Jedi Order, aren't they? Every single time they face near extinction. The quest started out as a DegSec one, finding these unmarked drones. You try to hone in on these drones' signals, and you find these two assassins in the middle of their thing with the Templars. Over this temple, as you see in this footage, the Templars caught her brother and killed him, but that was after he unfortunately squealed. So you head to the temple and find out what's in it. And the temple is dedicated to Evie Fry and also Edward Kenway. I was going to think it's weird that he's here, but he was born in England, well, specifically Wales, but died in London, England. So, one thing to point out about a kinda modern day assassin, instead of an actual eagle or an actual hawk, you have an eagle drone. You know what? That's nice. Plus, I imagine assassins would adapt to such technology anyway. Now it's time to talk about this puzzle. Now, first off, I appreciate this attempt of blending the two. Like, after all, these two games take place in the same universe. So, this is definitely their first attempt at doing something like this. Where they put Assassin's Creed in the Watch Dogs engine, and it definitely needs some work. I mean, geez, after this puzzle, there's some platforming to do, and traversing in the Watch Dogs engine is weird. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm just too used to the Assassin's Creed gameplay at this point, or I barely remember the old ones. Because once you get to the platforming section, you have to hold X when you jump, not just press it. And in this puzzle, you had to find symbols. Honestly, I don't know if I was thinking too much because of the previous Assassin's Creed games. You see these three statues, so I thought, okay, find a symbol of each statue. But no, you gotta find three symbols of one of those statues. So that part's done, and the Piece of Eden effects here, oh, they definitely are good. It's definitely clear that the team behind this game didn't work on any Assassin's Creed game. Because remember, Ubisoft has different divisions working on these games, not the same one. I'll speed up this platforming section here. I already went over what the problem is. Alright, that's done. And you find out what's hidden in this temple.
What's back here?
One thing to say about this assassin, and oh man, people probably gonna be mad after I say this. Ubisoft is kinda going overboard with the main female assassins in these games after the course of years. Like really, it is clear they listened to those complainers way back in Assassin's Creed Unity. Remember that? The start of that woke era we're in. People that obviously were never fans of Assassin's Creed complain about Unity not having a female assassin, even though a previous game, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberations, had, alright, a female assassin. And better, that assassin was French. You know, the same place Ubisoft is from. So yeah, it's no coincidence why every Assassin's Creed game since Unity had a female assassin. And before anyone brings up Valhalla and Odyssey, those male assassins aren't canon. No joke, those are not the canon characters of those games. In an Odyssey's case, I didn't even know that until after I not only beaten the base game, but went through all the DLC. So imagine if I never knew that when I went through that mission in Valhalla. That's, well, basically a crossover mission with Cassandra and the main assassin in Valhalla. I'd be a little disappointed. So, the assassin robe in this temple, honestly, I can't question the robe looking futuristic because it's obviously based off the E-suit tech, and their stuff was always far more advanced. Once you get your robe, you get the hidden blade and other stuff. And gameplay is alright, but like I said, this is their first attempt at blending the two. And I like this cloak here because it reminds me of one of the abilities that the multiplayer mode in old Assassin's Creed games had. And yeah, there was a multiplayer mode back in the day. Back in AC2 Brotherhood up to 4. Anyway, it's time to get out of this temple and find the Templar that killed her brother.
I'm moving in. Check their last known position.
Going to investigate. Down you go.
Hey, you! I'm reloading.
I noticed here that the assassin is wearing a mask too. And that's completely unnecessary, but yeah, the explanation for that is clearly the Watchdog engine. Now, I wouldn't mind if they did this again. In fact, since they went with a 2029 setting, they don't have to worry about any plot holes in the lore. Another thing to consider is the development cycle for these games. And considering the different divisions that make these games, they should just have either 1 and 2 divisions that worked on an Assassin's Creed game and a Watchdog game, have them work together. And with this new setting, they can just start at that foundation and build their way up. I'd prefer, and I'm pretty sure most people would prefer, to put Watch Dogs in the Assassin's Creed engine. After all, Watch Dogs 2 introduced parkour in that game, so why not just use Assassin's Creed's parkour?
Always good to change your look.
The perfect stealth kill right here.
Still got it.
Hey, check this out. They even put in a memory corridor. I remember the loading screen in every AC game, which was also the same place your targets are in after you kill them. Yeah, it's called the memory corridor.
You know,
And they put one here, but wait, we're not in the Animus in this one.
centuries.
Perhaps
It
you
is
don't
silly to
understand
have that
what's
here.
happening I've killed you.
Unless it also happens in the
And
comics.
I get to die having lived a
But still, I
successful
appreciate it.
life. Which is more than I can say about your cowardly brotherhood.
Watch yourself.
You know, I would have so much more respect for you and your people if you refused my offer to leave the city. If you just stayed and fought. Killing me won't change anything. The Templars are everywhere. And your brotherhood is too scared to ever come back. You want my advice? Find better people to fight with. Shouldn't be that hard.
Whatever. Respiate pace, motherfucker. I guess that implies the assassins only in England are the ones all gone. Not assassins throughout the entire world.
Oh, fuck him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
This was a cool attempt. In fact, you don't see other developers doing this. You don't see other developers trying to pull an MCU, which would take a lot of planning. And no, Smash Brothers doesn't count.
There's no way I can leave the city. If my ancestors could take on the Templars, then so can I. But I need a brotherhood.
Not to put anyone on the spot, but DedSec's a brotherhood of sorts, isn't it?
Brotherhood, sisterhood, siblinghood, whateverhood, really. If you're willing to stand up for the city, we're happy to have you. And I won't lie, it really doesn't hurt that you seem to be some kind of ninja with ancient superpowers.
Yeah, that basically sums up the entire Assassin's Creed franchise.
We definitely don't have one of those yet.
I'll take it under advisement.
Unfortunately, she doesn't join you. You can't switch to her at any time. But who knows? There's probably more I don't know about.